So during the pandemic that kept most of us locked in our houses for months on end, the most common phrase you heard thrown around online was sourdough bread starter. And the second most common phrase you saw thrown around online was how to monetize your hobbies. With not much more to do than to exploit the turnip market in Animal Crossing, distressed and displaced individuals began looking inward to try and find ways to make some extra cash on the side while also making use of their newfound free time. Seemingly overnight, Etsy shops began popping up all over the place. YouTube was flooded with new channels. Hundreds upon hundreds of people pressed go live on Twitch for the very first time. And we all know someone who started a podcast. Now, I understand the idea behind this concept. I really do. And I get why it sounds like a very enticing adventure to go down. But is it the right adventure to go down? Now, to clarify, when I say hobbies, what I mean by that is anything you choose to do in your own free time for no other reason than you simply enjoy doing it. Let's first take a look at the reasons why this sounds like it would be a really great idea. Who wouldn't want to get paid for doing something you're already doing? That sounds incredible. You mean to tell me I can get paid, I can make money doing the things I do in my spare time? That sounds awesome. Making money outside of a 9 to 5 kind of feels like when you bury treasure in your own backyard and you forget it's there. And then one day you're back there digging a hole for a completely unrelated reason. And you come across that money and all of a sudden you're just like, oh, wow, this was just here the whole time. I've just been walking all over this money that was back here. Some people even manage to make enough money to quit their 9 to 5 job, thus freeing up even more time during their day and giving what a lot of people really want in their life, freedom. And finally, you are in charge. You get to be your own boss. You get to call the shots. Who among us has not been at a job where the management or leadership of that job were just so awful? Like, just terrible. Like, you know deep down you can do better, and this is your opportunity to do it. And I'll be honest with you guys, that last one, that being your own boss thing, that sounds pretty nice. Now, I know what you're thinking. Adam, you bald stallion, you. This sounds incredible. So why do I have a feeling that you're about to make this into a bad thing? It's my anxiety mostly. But it's just also how my brain works. I cannot not see both sides of the same coin. The dreamer side of my brain and the realist side of my brain are always fighting with each other. So now we're going to look at how this might be a not so great thing. And I want to reiterate, this is my personal belief as to why I think monetizing a hobby can be more difficult than I think people realize. The first reason that comes to mind is the pressure to perform. Now, I don't care what any content creator tells you. When that camera turns on and this microphone turns on, no one is 100% authentic because it's impossible to be. The moment you become aware that you're being recorded, you become more aware of your mannerisms, what you're doing with your voice, what you're doing with your hands, your inflection. You think about things more. And the moment you start thinking about things, you take instincts out of the way. And the moment you take instincts out of the way, you take authenticity out of the way. Think of your favorite YouTuber. I can guarantee you the amount of footage they don't show you in their videos far, far outweighs the content you get to see in each video. With live streamers, you do get a little closer to that 100% authenticity because it is live, which makes it a little harder to take out the content you don't want people to see. But there's still a very strong performative aspect to live streaming. In professional wrestling, there's a saying that the most successful characters are the ones where the wrestler takes an aspect of their personality and dial it up to 11. And that's what your favorite streamers do. They take an aspect of their personality, they ramp it up because that's the more entertaining option for an audience. No one is here all the time. When that camera goes off, your streamer comes back down to here, which is more in line with their authentic self. Second on the list is your hobby now begins to feel like a job when someone else is expecting you to do it. Say, oh, you enjoy painting, so you open up an Etsy shop where you can paint canvases for people. Well, now, instead of painting because you enjoy painting, now you have orders to fill. Now you have deadlines to meet. Now you have customers to satisfy. You have review scores to worry about. You have shipping to worry about. Now your hobby has become another job. And finally, the element of fun tends to be taken out of the equation when suddenly the things I did for fun are now something I have to do. And that may be the most important part, at least in my eyes. Hobbies are supposed to be fun. It's like I said at the beginning of the video. Were you not paying attention? When I say hobbies, what I mean by that is anything you choose to do in your own free time for no other reason than you simply enjoy doing it. See? It's supposed to be fun. So why do it? Well, for some people, the pros do outweigh the cons. The idea of getting out of corporate America is a strong enough feeling that, yeah, they're willing to sacrifice a little bit of fun from their hobbies in order to do something they still enjoy, at least 75, 80% of the time, but now have the freedom to control their own schedules. It really does depend on the situation, too. I mean, I've talked to people who have managed to make careers out of their hobbies, and they don't lose any fun at all to it. They find fun in all the aspects of monetizing their hobbies. And, more power to them. I'm still trying to figure that out for myself. But to those people who can make a living doing what they want to do, enjoying every single day, they really do embody the philosophy of, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. For me, and how my brain works, I still need to be able to choose which hobbies I participate in on a given day so that my brain feels like more than just a giant boulder sitting in my skull. And that's why I will never start a YouTube channel where I review movies, because if I wake up one day and my brain says to me, "You should watch The Princess Bride 11 times in a row," then I need the freedom to be able to choose to do that, not feel like I have to. Ultimately, if you're looking to make some extra cash or even supplant your primary income, obviously we're going to look towards the things that we already enjoy doing. That's human nature. The point of this video is not to discourage you from doing that. The point of this video is to simply say, think about it first. Think about how money and pressure can change what we enjoy doing and turn it into something that we might regret down the road. I do find it inspiring when people are able to do that, when people take something they're passionate about, something they love, and they're able to make a career out of it. Makes me think one day I can do it. So what do you guys think? Are there any pros or cons to monetizing hobbies that I haven't thought about yet? Am I overthinking this entirely? Which is very, very possible. And if anybody watching the video has any experience with monetizing their hobbies, either successfully or unsuccessfully, let me know about it in the comments below. And if you've made it this far into the video here, your challenge now is to tell me which comedian's joke I stole earlier in the video, and also hit that subscribe button while you're here. I mean, it's right down there. It's just waiting to be pressed. It's free. Doesn't hurt you at all. You get to see more of my face. It's a win-win for everybody, really. So go ahead, just press that.